Yo, guess who's back again? It's the AK update, our weekly series coming to you every week without fail, keeping it consistent. Coming back with some interesting topics, some hot takes, some things we watch week to week, and today we have another special one. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome back to another episode of the AK Update, episode 55. And today it's a double act. It's Rogel and me. We're back again, bringing you some interesting news topics, hot topics, overreaction, and of course the weekly update. Say hello to the people, Rogel. How are you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm good. I hope all is well. It's been a minute since me and Daniel have done a duo combination. So I'm excited for the conversation we're going to have. I know it's going to be a banger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you're new here, first of all, welcome. You can find us on the various social media platforms, two of which are on the screen right now: Instagram and Twitter, also known as X. And we're also on TikTok, so you can find us. You can find all our shorts there to just get a. If you're just interested in the snippets, you can find us there at AK Mindset as well. But we can get into our first section or segment, and we'll go to the news. So, first news topic coming from me. Viz manga app expands availability beyond Canada and US. So previously, Viz had their Shonen Jump service, which focused on the Shonen Jump manga. They came out last year with a separate app, which is focused just on the manga they publish. So this is a larger library, but it was restricted to the US and Canada. Now they've finally expanded to other regions. Well, really just the regions that I care about: UK, because I'm in the UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. I guess if you're in other European countries, it's a bit peak for you. But they also have some Marvel series, Marvel manga specifically. So they've got Deadpool Samurai, Spider-Man Fake Red, and also Spider-Man Octogirl. So, and also the subscription price to this is $199, which is $199, which is a pretty good price. But Rajel, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's really elite. I didn't know that it wasn't readily available as far as the countries that you shouted out, especially like the UK. Because I use the Shonen Jump app, which is good. But like being able to have the addition of Marvel stuff and just more variety, that sounds like I might have to switch over. Depending on, I'm gonna have to look through to see what kind of manga they have on there, like the weekly stuff. But if they have stuff that overlap, I'm more than happy to switch over because it's pretty inexpensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though with the Shonen Jump one, I am so horrible. Like I think it's not even that expensive. I think it's like near basically the same price. But bro,
Yeah,
like I hardly use it. Like it's the worst. And every month I would see the £1 sign come out at my account, and I'll be like,
same.
I'm like, bro, how much manga did I actually read on the app this month? And you'll be like, nilch. I think I only read One Piece on it, but
Mm.
I'm happy to pay the price because like I'm helping the industry and stuff like that. Like that's how I look at it.
Oh,
Nah, I'm not still. I'm taking more from the industry that I put, can I do you?
It's like saying you stream a song and you're saying, "Oh yeah, I'm helping the artist." You're not really, man. That $9.99 is not doing anything for them. Maybe I'm just being cynical, but yeah.
That you're preaching, fam. They can have my 2 cents. My 2 cents.
Okay. And I think you'll find that it is pretty worth it because it's saying that the service features over 10,000 chapters from the Shokugan and Shueisha titles, and that's a pretty wide library. So I think it's definitely worth it. It's just downloading the app and making sure you're using it. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
hmm And then the last news story, literally just saw this today, and again the location bias is strong. So One Piece celebrations in London due on May 5th. A giant inflatable balloon will be displayed outside Tottenham Court Road Tube Station. um, in celebration of the 25th anniversary of One Piece in Europe. So yeah, I mean that's kind of wild. And they're also going to be doing celebrations in Milan, Italy, Berlin, Germany, Madrid, Spain, Paris, France. And fans can take selfies on May the 5th and send them to a website, which will be put on. The website's called Luffy Birthday 2024, and the photos you take will get put on that. And I just think this is really showing how global One Piece really is. This is big. You can pull up to the station and see a One Piece celebration, bruv, in Tottenham Court Road Station. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's different. I'm not going to you. That is very different, and I can't gloss over the way you cleanly said Milan. Like that's the cleanest Milan I've ever heard in a hot minute. It was cold. I can't lie to you. That's how it needs to be pronounced. Not Milan, like cold. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to
Thank
you.
you.
I'm gonna have to be there. I'm gonna have to be there with my pirate garms, pirate hat. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I want to say chopper, but people will be onto me, so I just have to say pirate.
Hey,
Pirate
you
hat.
good company, isn't it?
True, true. Hopefully it's like I'm expecting it to be a big event. I'm expecting to a lot of people to show face. It feels like one of those things, like especially in the UK, it's a once in a lifetime thing because obviously in the States, in
Mm.
America, they always have great events. I think that's why I always applaud the States, bro. Their events, they go hard, even in some of the Hispanic countries and that, they actually, when there's a proper serious celebration of some form of media they like, they they are on it. And hopefully people turn out to this one and it can be something that's kind of commonplace and not just like uh once in a blue moon or you know what I mean. But yeah, are you likely to try and venture out and see what's going on?
I mean, it's definitely. I definitely might just go just to look at it and then just go home. And they say there's someone from Toei is going to be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I might go. It's a Sunday, so I'm probably likely to be available, but we'll see. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it'll kill me to just go and see. It's pretty easy to get there too. So
It has
yeah.
me kind of wondering how big the float would be because I do have some anxieties of big floats because
Oh
of
really?
yeah,
Oh,
bro. I've seen so many, especially when I was younger. I think there was this film I watched and I, they were having like a parade, and let's just say
mm-hmm.
it didn't end well. Like a couple
Okay.
people floating away in the sky. Uh, a big float burst and it covered a bunch of people. I'm like, bro, like,
Mad.
how safe is this? But maybe I have to just stand like
Not very.
20 feet away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they're saying it's a balloon, so it might not even be like a float thing. And then I think it's gonna be like on that LCD LED screen or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I can mix up with that. LCD, LED screen. I can, bro, that can't harm me. Only my eyes if I stare at it too long, but I'll be fine.
All right, man. All right. Okay. So that's the news done. We can switch gears and move on to the hot topic. So hand over to Rajel. Take us through.
Yeah, man. Just gonna start off the first hot topic with something that was kind of on my mind and kind of in the public's mind, and that's just to do with, well, not specifically the example I'm going to use, but just the general kind of conversation around it. So obviously, we know Miyazaki, who produced Boy and the Heron. He has frequently over the last couple of years hinted at retirement, but then immediately come out with a next project that he's working on or inspiration that has kind of captured his mind and his heart and his thoughts, and that made me kind of think like, how many times is it appropriate for one to actually retire, but then come back? It's like you're lying to us or you're lying to yourself. I'm gonna go with they're mostly lying to themselves because they never expected that they would, you know, be inspired again or something like that along the lines of, or something that they has captured their heart and they're like, I have to express it, I have to show the world. But I wanted to bring it up to the pod and hear your thoughts in regards to, you know, once you've voiced that it's the end, how many times do you think we should allow somebody to just keep coming back?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as long as it's like not a sport they're playing, like if you're a sports player, then I think it's different. But this guy's just a film director, so I don't really care if he comes back and goes. And as long as he's making good films, you can retire, come back. It's not like you're on a. It's not like I said. It's not like it's a sport. Like when you're washed in sports, you're washed, man. Like it's just sad sometimes watching some of these guys who are clearly past it. No, we know that how hard it takes to get to that point in that level of elite sports, but like when you're done, man. It's okay. You don't have to keep coming back. But I think with this guy Miyazaki, I'm fine. I don't Doesn't really bother me. I mean, as long as he's making good films, he can do what he wants. I mean, I feel like he must be bored or something. I mean, I retired, and then he's like, oh, raw, like I feel like I can. Maybe he's just looking at the films that are coming out, and he's like, raw, this is what you man are serving up. Just watch me, and I'll show you how it's done. But yeah, doesn't really bother me. He can come back. I think I'm saying this only specifically for like arts. If it's sports, then nah. Like, bro, you retire once, maybe twice, but nah. Like, when it's time to hang it up, you should just hang it up, man.
I agree with the sports because, bro, like coming in and out of retirement, I would allow it twice, but coming in and out of retirement is actually a joke because obviously, especially specifically the sports, these man get like a grand tour. They get a whole sending off. Like I can't
And
have,
that's only if you're really good, though.
but you know, even if you're not that great, they'll still do a little something for you. You know what I mean? Like appreciation, kind of like if you've even had a decently long career as well. Like I just find it odd that in the arts and stuff, why are people retiring? Like, I don't think you have to even announce your retirement. You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense to me. The concept of somebody who's into filmmaking and stuff, and maybe other artists like singers and stuff. I don't need to know you're retired. If after a period of 8 years or 5 to 8 years, I haven't heard anything out of you, I'm just going to presume you're retired. You don't actually have to tell me, you know what I mean? And that kind of gives you kind of leeway to be like, okay, I might sporadically do something creative, you know what I mean? And then there's no question with whether, oh, is this the last project that's going to come out? Because obviously I've heard some people think that it's I'm not saying this is specifically what he's doing. I'm not kind of say he's doing this, but some people say it's like a ploy to raise tickets and that because obviously because everybody's gonna go to his thing anyway. Like I'm gonna show up. He's a great he's one of the greats, one of the goats. But in general, people have used it like that. Say, oh, I'm gonna retire, and then people are gonna, oh, we have to catch his last film. Basically, retirement generates hype for the last film. So
Okay.
you have to kind of catch
Okay,
the
so
film.
that's why you think he's doing it.
I don't think he's specifically doing it because of that, but I think some people have used that as a reason to say I'm retiring to just for marketing reasons to drive ticket sales and stuff like that. And I think if he keeps doing stuff like that, that's how it's going to feel like.
Interesting. Uh, hmm. Yeah, how many times has he said that he's retiring though? But yes. How do you know how many times? But if you don't, it's not a big deal. But yeah.
I don't know the specific, but from what I've seen, it's definitely more than two.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess with like the artists and people, maybe it's more of a thing for like the sponsorships. Um, like people hitting them up, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm retired. I'm not doing this anymore. That's why. Like, it's more for like that than and for the fans as well. Maybe just to give them that closure to know that yeah, it's done. We're not coming back. Maybe just for I don't know, but Yeah, and I think them doing it for like that last hurrah boost as well. Yeah, I think I could definitely see that too. But to be honest, I don't think I can recall a time when someone has been like, oh yeah, this is their last film that made by this person. I mean, maybe I'm just not really in touch with the media like that, but yeah, I don't really recall. I don't. Maybe I think maybe like what's his name? Ooh, Elton John, is that his name? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe that's the last person I've heard. Like, oh yeah, this is his last concert. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I wasn't gonna go anyway, but yeah.
I think the last one I heard was MJ, and this is my last tour kind of thing. But
Oh, but
obviously,
he's an alien.
yeah, very different, very very different.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely context and circumstance in it in regards to
100%.
like the artist or the creator. But I don't want him to retire. I'm just gonna put it out there. I want him to go as long as he can and produce
He's
great.
83, brother.
Bro, he can go to 110.
What the
The
hell?
scene needs him. We need him.
No, the scene needs to evolve past him, man. Let him rest.
Let him cook, man. He just mature. He's about to
Yeah,
hit
he
his
just
prime.
cooked. Let the food simmer, bruv. Like, finish your plate, bruv. Like, I was asking him to serve up another meal.
I want
Just
seconds.
produce the film.
I want seconds and thirds. Dessert.
Yeah, but he's got a catalog. He's got a catalog, fam. Have you finished the catalog?
I haven't.
Exactly.
I haven't eaten, but just it's just that feeling that, bro, the next one could be the greatest one. But I think that's probably why people like stick in the game in regards to artists and stuff, because you always feel like, the next project could be,
It's gonna be even better.
yeah, man. Well, yeah, that was my thoughts, and I appreciate your thoughts on your 2 pence. I thought it was an interesting topics for sure. And the second topic that I wanted to quickly discuss is longevity being dead, and I saw that the 27th Detective Conan film earned 3.3 billion yen, and I was wondering if this is kind of especially this modern age of series, movies in regards to anime and just other stuff. Can they have the longevity that shows did back in the day? Can they will they have like a 27th movie in the next 20 years that still captures the heart of the people who watch it now?
I hope not. Like, I don't think you need 27 films for any franchise. I mean, I don't really know Detective Conan well at all for me to understand why it's gone on for this long. But seriously, I don't feel like with mangaka these days, I'm not sure if any of them want to make franchises that long in the first place. And a lot with the anime only stuff, I don't really see franchises built from them. Like, you don't really get long running series that are anime only anymore. Mostly they're like, I guess, 25 episodes at the most. So I personally, I don't see it, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe they'll just keep milking, like, the obvious ones, like the My Heroes. Like, they always want to make a film. I feel like maybe Spy Family might be the next one that they try to milk, because they're making a film, even though like that's not in the manga, so they might try and milk that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anime will. I don't see any anime having 27 films and doing the numbers. I just don't think. I just don't think mangaka want to be writing for that long. And I think you shouldn't. Okay, nah. I'm gonna
No,
say I don't
no,
think you need. I don't
yeah.
think you need to have the story be that long in the first place, man. That's just my view, though.
Do you think they're forcing it? Because I do feel like at a time it's gone way beyond. Like that, obviously that happens. You write a series and it's bigger than you imagined and it captures the heart of so many people. And now like you kind of force the narrative and extend it beyond its kind of natural shelf life. Not saying that it doesn't like doesn't stay at the same level in terms of like value and how good it is, but where you probably would have ended it naturally, you pushed it way further.
I can see that because I think that happens with I think that happens with a lot of mangaka, even with the shorter series. So, and you know, like using One Piece as an example, or just like, oh yeah, the Shibukai, the Seven Warlords added 7 years to One Piece, and I'm just like, raw, how did these characters just add like almost a decade onto your series? Like, so yeah, I think definitely, and that's why like what you can really tell when these guys start speeding it up, and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm tired, I'm just gonna speed run. Like, I think the nastiest example of a mangaka um, building the story too large and then just trying to rush everything was Toriko, man. Like, man expanded the world so much. The world was like really rich, and then he just started speed running, and it was just, yeah, it was sad. It was sad, man. Toriko, yeah, man. But yeah,
Yeah, he really said, "I'm not gonna lie, we don't have time for everything I built. Just pretend
literally.
I didn't say anything. Just ignore everything," which is
Mm.
actually crazy. Which is actually crazy. I will be interested to find out who their like Detective Conan's audience is. That's the one thing that's always confused me. Like, are they getting uh new people buying into the series, which wouldn't make sense because like there's so much. Like, how would you even catch up? There's too much. So how do you even get a new audience? Or have they somehow kept all their older audience that have been following them through the years engaged all the way to now, which is also crazy. Like, that's something I'll definitely, maybe I'm gonna have to look into it and update the pod.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's. I feel like it. I'm not, because I'm not sure if there's actually a narrative, like a long running narrative. You'd think there have to be. And I know there surely has to be arcs.
Has
So
to
yeah,
be.
I just don't understand how this joint is so long, like over 1,000 chapters, man. Like, damn.
Imagine you had to uh, watch all the episodes to understand the newest movie. That would be crazy. That would be actually crazy. I'll probably cry. Oh my days. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was my two topics, the top of interest. I hope Iman
Okay.
enjoyed it. I hope Daniel you enjoyed that.
Yeah, good fun, good fun. Change of pace, but you know we're staying with you because it's overreaction time.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I switched up my overreaction just off the top of the dome, so remix thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
so we see how that works out. Just, you never know, it's hit and miss sometimes. So my overreaction is, so I was on my way home from work and I saw a cat and he or she was just skedaddling across the road, and I was like, bruh, I kind of panicked because obviously I have a cat. I don't know if everybody knows I have a cat, and I've had a cat for like a good 5 months, 5 to 4 months, and her name is Missy. She's very lovely. But yeah, I was thinking, bro, I can't even imagine my cat outdoors. Like, I was like, this is the real world. How can you be out here in this real world doing up like freelance roaming, doing whatever? Like, I don't know what that cat was on, what that cat was doing. Um, so I just want to know. I don't know if you've had any pets. Uh, am I overreacting? Because I feel like I'm not. I feel like my indoor cat, if she went outside, she's not coming back. She'll get eaten alive. The world is too dark out there. Can't lie to you.
Uh, well, I've never had the pet, but are you overreacting about like being overprotective for your pet? Is that the question?
Yeah. Should I
Well,
should I
yeah.
trust my cat more? Should I, like, she's a wild animal in her nature. She should be able to survive, but I don't
No,
think
but
she has good instincts.
it depends though, because does your cat doesn't go outside much? Does she?
Bro, she's scared of the wind.
Yeah, if she does, then I don't know about your cat, because like I know some cats, they're calm. They just go out, they roam, they do their own thing. they'll disappear for 2 days, come back. They've, I don't know, got kids with the other cats in the neighborhood. You know, they just do their thing. But if your cat is like usually just indoors, then I don't think it's an overreaction to be worried if she disappeared because she's not really built the same. Well, you know, she could adapt. You never know. The natural biology kicks in, but she sounds pretty domesticated to me.
fully, fully. Such a baby. I'm not gonna, if there's any, they must at this point they must have some sort of survival courses for cats that I can just take mine to, and then hopefully because
Why does she need it?
I don't know. I feel like she needs to be outside. Because I know that sometimes she's bored. I look at her and she looks at me, and I'm like, yeah. Like there's some moments she's like, I need to really go 0 to 100, really stretch my legs out. And obviously she can't do that in the yard. Like she's going at like 50%, but she hasn't touched 100%. So like I kind of do want her to go outside, but also like I said, zero survival instincts.
Mm. I feel like there has to be like facilities for cats, like maybe like a cat park or something like that. If you want them to, like, I don't know, be more active. I mean, you don't have to just let them outside into the world. I'm sure there's something.
You're actually right, you know. I think I've heard those like cat parks thing. You can just take them to. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll look into it, and I'll keep the pod updated.
Okay, exciting. Oh, okay. All right then. So we can move on to our updates, and I'll start off this week. Okay, so in terms of reading, did I read any manga this week? Oh, so I finished. Okay, so quick fire. I finished Liar Satsuki Can't See Death. Um, Ending was kind of meh, but you know, overall, I like the series, so I'm not too angry about it. If you haven't heard about it before, it's about this girl called Satsuki, and she can see these things called premonitory corpses. So she sees a corpse 24 hours before the death happens. So she kind of goes around trying to warn people about their deaths, but people don't believe her, so they call her a liar, which is uso. So in Japanese, it's like usatsuki. So that's kind of like a pun on the series. But yeah, read that.
Quick question:
Um,
can she actually stop the death?
yeah,
Can she actually stop the
yeah.
death? Okay,
That
cool. So it's like
that's part of the series.
proper
So
preventable.
yeah. So like, and she does some crazy stuff. I would slightly recommend it, even though the ending is a bit meh. But yeah, because I still enjoyed it. Like I still think like the majority of the series was good. But yeah, that's one thing I read. And then for the other series I caught up to was Akane Banashi. I read from like chapter 92 to like whatever 103 or something. Yeah, Elite's very good. Um, I really enjoy how they depict the Rakugo, and Akane is a great character, and I really like what's happening in the story right now. So those are the two things I read and then watched. I finished Amphibia, so that's done. Great ending. Different from what you really see from these other cartoon series, but I feel like the message was really strong, just like talking about change. And I felt like it was mature too. It wasn't really, it's something that I felt like if I had a kid, I would really encourage them to watch this show because I think there's something that they can take from it. And then anime wise, I watched The Fable. It's about this hitman who gets told for 1 year you have to do no killing and just live like a normal person. And yeah, it's pretty funny. And the main guy, the Fable, he is a character, but he's also a cold stone killer who is accurate. He can kill people with just one bullet, and he's very aware of how to do his job to the best of his abilities. So yeah, longer update than usual, but yes.
Sound like the content was higher. high level, elite entertainment.
Of course, of course, of course. But yeah, we go over to you, Rajal.
Yeah, man. This week I didn't do much reading, sadly. Very, very sad. I know you guys are disappointed, and I also have to announce that I once again have slacked when it comes to the one long form movie.
The streak is broken again.
Again, it's crazy. Like you break it once, and then you just start a habit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was Mr. Consistent not too long ago. What has happened, guys?
You were.
Guys. But if there's any long forms that you guys want me to watch, just leave that in the comment section and I will
Makia.
get to it. Makia. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Next week you have to report back.
I will. In regards to what I did watch, I started a new K-drama called Dr. Slump. And great start. So it's following two high-level students, top of the top, elite, just hardworking, successful, all of that. The girl, she moves to the city. She's a countryside girl, like who's basically the best in her province, and everybody is happy and excited for her. And she moves to the big city and meets Jungwoo. And after that, they just start competing because obviously only one can be the smartest. Like as soon as that, it's like they sensed that there was another person who was really talented, like immediately as they entered the class. But I'm kind of enjoying the competitive nature. I'm enjoying what kind of motivates each of them to work hard. Eventually, not spoiling it too much because it's all in the first two episodes. One becomes a plastic surgeon, and one we're not too sure what they are doing. But the second episode kind of ends with a cliffhanger saying that only one of them got into the top university. That's what they're competing for. So it's going to be interesting to watch, see who gets it. I'm more inclined to want the girl to get it because she's from really humble beginnings and, you know, just a grinder. And I appreciate that. So excited to see what it brings. And in regards to the second thing I watched, anime, Mysterious Disappearances. I'm not gonna lie to you, this one, random pickup. I kind of like the art that I saw before the season started. Crazy. Oh, it's kind of, some bits are mildly would be pretty nice, but inappropriate. Like, bro, they were doing too much. Like, bro, like what what are you on? Like, relax. Like some of the shots, it really takes me out because everything content wise is very good. You didn't need the extra perviness. Like it was unnecessary. Like I hear it, but you didn't need it. It's like it was forcing it. But yeah, so far, very interesting about this 28-year-old woman who is a novelist and works as a clerk in a bookstore, lives by herself, and she was a superstar. Like, what do you call those kids that are really good at something? So there's a specific name for them, like prodigy. That's it. She was a prodigy. Yeah, that.
Good job.
Appreciate, man. That one was it could have been sticky still, but she's a prodigy, and when she was younger, and she's kind of battling the fact that she didn't live up to the talent that she had when she was young, and she's thinking that maybe it was better when she was young when she was beyond her age, but now she's her age, her talent is not, you know, hasn't increased any further, so she's basically normal. It's interesting to see her kind of battle with that, but she is involved in a further thing that I can't mention. I know I'm being very vague, but I don't want to spoil it. Mystical elements, mystery, comedy. I think you like it.
Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting indeed. Okay. So you have any final comments before we close out?
Let me think. I've really enjoyed this episode. It's always
Mm,
good to record on a Friday, even though we're both very tired. Uh,
yes.
Somehow it evokes kind of new energy in me, and I feel always refreshed afterwards. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And I guess for me, I've been reading. I've been enjoying my reading, the books actually. And I started this non-fiction book, so probably come back next week after I've got a good portion. I've gone through a good portion, and then give some thoughts on the next update. But yeah, hopefully it'll be actually. Oh wait, no, I lied because I actually won't be here next week. But yeah,
When you're back.
yeah, the week after. But yeah, yeah. I hope you guys have a good week, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Love you.